Good morning, YouTube, and welcome to Coffee Talk. I love a good cup of coffee. So this is something that I was thinking about over the weekend, and I decided to make it the Coffee Talk reading this morning. I pre-shuffled and pulled some specific cards out intentionally. So from the Intuit Oracle, I have the book card. Number 26, 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 is infinity, and I'm getting a chill. Memory, hidden, mystery, secrets, the unknown, philosophy, intellect, knowledge, education. These are really pretty cards. I also pulled out the High Priestess, which is also a revealing moon card. Inner knowing, intuition, higher knowledge, dreams, between inner and outer world, silence, guarding secrets, the subconscious mind. Another thing that has been going on with me, and it hasn't happened since I was a child, is I have started going into a staring trance-like state. I haven't done that in a really long time. I don't think I understood what it was when I was a kid. I do understand what it is now. It's kind of interesting. If you have any experience with this, if you'd like to drop a comment, I'd love to hear it. So in my Hush Tarot, very beautiful cards, I pulled out the Page of Pentacles. Take a good look at her. You know, normally a page is a very childish energy. And what I always get from this, look at her with her headdress, and she's touching her temples right by her eyes. She's much more mature than the other pages. She's a seer. And I believe that in this deck, that she is the High Priestess as a child. That's what I get from this. I don't know why I get that. I mean, I almost feel like, and I always say this, I'm kind of talking to myself, what you were as a child never went away. There are pieces of you there. Some of it's good, some of it's not. And there are always things that have to be dealt with because of everything that we go through in life. I can see that I always saw, if that makes sense. And there she is. She who knows. And she does know. And I'm getting chills. You know, sometimes we're called to things that are higher and that maybe we don't understand. And we certainly don't understand those kind of things as a kid. You know, I know that in my family, there were people who saw things. And a lot of stuff they would not talk about with everyone. I have a family member who used to dream about people dying. And they did. That can be hard to deal with. You know. Even as a grown-up. I have another family member who lived in a house and they saw ghosts all the time and crazy things would happen. We could say unexplainable, but they were explainable. And it's the kind of thing you don't tell everybody because people think you're crazy. You know? Strength. Hello, Leo. The Hermit. You know, part of what I get from this is don't hide it under a bushel. And I know I've seen that and said that previously. Nine of Wands. You know, you can feel like that there are arrows coming at you and that maybe you won't be accepted. Page of Swords, for bringing the truth. There are always people, Ten of Swords, who don't want to accept anything that's different. And that's too bad. The Lovers. This is a pretty card. I like these cards a lot. You have someone in your life who supports you. I'm getting a chill. I could be speaking to myself because I do have someone who supports me and who loves me and believes in me. You know, that makes all the difference in the world. But I will say this. You have to know and you have to believe in yourself. That's a big thing. You know, she knows and she sees. And although there's like this trepidation, there's this really easy kind of slow energy in moving forward, the wheel is turning and things are changing. There's always movement. Page of Cups. These are words. These are loving words, but they're words coming out of this bird's mouth. I believe that. It's a message. You will not be unclear. You will be totally clear. It may take you a minute and you may have to pause. You may have to go into that trance state for a minute. You know, I know that when I read, and I'm sure people notice, I look up and away, you know, and I'm tuning in to other stuff. And I see what I see, and I say what I say. And, you know, I know sometimes it's not this sweet, sugary stuff. And I think sometimes, you know, it's, and I hate to say this, but it's almost like preaching. There are speakers out there. I won't say preacher. I'll say speaker. There are speakers out there that tout all the good things, all the right things, you know. They don't talk about the swords. They don't talk about the wands. They don't talk about the hard stuff. I think if we leave the bad out, we're doing a disservice to ourselves and everyone else if we choose to do something like this. So, Seven of Swords. You know what I get from this is you have all the keys. They're already gathered up in this basket. It's the answer key. If you look back in my readings, there's a message about that. The key answer versus the answer key. I don't time and date my readings purposely. I believe they come in due time, and I believe that people run across them. I hope you like them. I hope you subscribe. I hope you share more than anything. You know, if I never get another subscriber, and believe me, I would love to get to the point where I have enough that I could stream live. I really would. I would love that. But more than anything, if you share what I speak of, if you feel led to do that, I think that would be more awesome than anything, especially if it helps someone. You know, there's a lot going on right now in the way of how can I help? How can I do? What is the path for me? Patience. Temperance. You know, the other thing that I got from this, you know, this little bird, she's holding him and he's speaking to her. He's bringing that message. this person is also in tune with nature and with animals. She's an animal whisperer. We won't just say dog or cat or bird or horse. Some of my favorite animals. I love dogs and horses. But birds are omens for me. And I saw a red bird yesterday, a cardinal. I know I'm on the right path. I know I'm speaking of the right things. But what I do with that, it affects me more than it affects anyone else. And sometimes we can't worry about people in our ear. We just can't. What's coming back around that you felt when you were young and what you know and see now, there's something to that. Use that. It can only help you in the long run. So I'm going to end this there. And I hope more than anything that this really does help someone. You know, I know that I'm being led in a specific direction. And I do pray that it is helpful to other people more than anything. I know that my role in the 3D life is not what I want. The job that I have, ugh, no thank you. But it pays the bills. And it provides myself and my son with insurance. So there you go. You know, I'm trying to think of it as, you know, a necessary evil, so to speak. And I think that speaks to someone as well. You know, I don't know why I choose the words that I choose sometimes, but it's purposeful, even when it's random. So, I hope everyone out there has a great day and a great week. I'm going to try to get to the other readings this morning. Take care.